Here we go, McDonald's mukbang. Now, before you even say anything, yes, no cooking video today because I leave Tuesday afternoon. So I won't really have much time this weekend doing any cooking. And I also didn't know what to cook. Let's throw the phone away on the floor, not what I planned. So it's funny because I actually had McDonald's literally last night around the same time as I'm recording. Woke up this morning, thought I'd edit the video, footage crashed. So that's just great. Another excuse to eat Mackie D's. Try to keep it as low as possible calorie wise. Got a burger with fuck all on it, bro. It's just a plain ass piece of bread with some meat on it. I was thinking maybe I'll whip up some eggs, but probably not. So we got 6 nuggets, 2 burgers. This is what I had yesterday for today's video. These cheese things, and there's literally 2 over. Yeah, I had the entire box. Oops. Well, I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning with some really nasty cravings. I was like, yeah, I'll eat some of that. So yeah, that was a good excuse to eat some Mackie D's in the morning. I know, it ain't healthy, but who gives a shit, right? Without pickles, if you know, you know. I don't like burgers with pickles. Unless, and here it is, unless they're homemade. Then it's a totally different story. But like commercial pickles are shit always, especially the ones on Mackie D's. It don't matter what country, what location. It's always garbage. It just, I don't know, it don't taste good. And I also wasn't like super duper hungry. We do have some nuggets, which is some form of protein. There's actually 20 grams of protein right here. That's about 18 grams. 20 grams is a lie. And we've got the best beverage in the world. Nothing else but water. I'm not gonna lie, I need a sauce. Now, I've tried it before. This sauce is awesome. If you can buy it, get it. Big mistake to not do that. So this is what we call a cassoulet. I don't know how to describe it. It's deep fried dough with just cheese in it. Which is funny. It's not actual cheese, like the cheese you think. It's called smeltkaas. I don't even think it contains like any cheese. Look. It's fire. Oh, and by the way, this is awesome in pesto. On a burger. Whatever you prefer, I don't mind. So let's see. Holy shit, that is plain. Oh my god. What? Okay, a little bit of sauce. I was just about to say. I know I go to the gym, but I need some sauce in my burger. Got the nuggets. Which, I don't know if it's me, but they look like I decreased in size again. Shit. I should have ordered a 9 box. God damn it. You can still lose weight and eat McDonald's. Yep. Is that a real thing? Dude, I had an awesome day yesterday, so I went to this garage to get my midden damper provided. How do I say it in English? I think it's called a muffler delete, actually. I think that's what you guys call it, right? Holy shit. The noise now is insane. And it pulls up quicker. I noticed it as well. Why? I don't know. But yeah. I'm very happy with the mod. It's loud. Yeah. Oh, it's loud. But I like it. Matter of fact, I love it. I love it. Now, my parents on the other hand, they don't understand the joy of noise. I'm like, you know what? You got a bike that makes a push ton of noise when you rev it. I got a car that makes a lot of noise when I rev it. I like it. Man, I should have gotten a 9-piece, not a 6-piece. Always, they're either a hit or a miss. I swear to God. Whenever you go to McDonald's, like, here's the thing, right? There's this place called Goes in Zeeland. You've got McDonald's, KFC, and Burger King next to each other, which is really odd. It like never happens. I know you got one spike in this, you got the BK and KFC, and then like next, like 2 minutes after, you got McDonald's. But I swear, I'm telling you right now, whenever I'm in Goed, whatever, I don't ever get the McDonald's. Matter of fact, I don't even think I've ever had that McDonald's right there. You know why? Because most of the time it's dog shit. Like, don't get me wrong. This is probably the best tasting thing on the whole entire menu with the Big Mac. The thing is, however, the Big Mac is like fucking 800 calories. So I'm like, ooh, I can't have that. Dude, that's like more than 50% of my daily intake gone. And after this, I can't eat anything else. Maybe a couple of eggs. So yeah, just letting you know, I'm on a very, very low calorie, like 1400 a day. But it's worked so far. Man. It's alright. It's alright. It's not fantastic. I got like the most cheapest thing on the menu. Should have gotten a cheesecake. By the way, I must say, I'm going on vacation Wednesday, like I said, right? Now, I hope before I leave, I can make somewhat of a mukbang, or I'll make a mukbang in Luxembourg. I don't know though. I cannot promise. I hope, obviously, for my own sake, you know, that we have a nice video. Can't promise it though. I'm going to Luxembourg for a couple of days. And then, let me see. 1st or 2nd of July, I'm back. 7th of July, I drive to Italy. Yeah, bro. I haven't been to Italy in over 10 years. Matter of fact, when the European qualifications were in 2012, that's the last time I went there. And it was Gardemir. And I told my friend, and I said to her, what if we just go to Italy together, you and I? And go to Gardemir. Now here's the downside, right? Marijuana is decriminalized in Italy, but it's just like the Netherlands. Very confusing law. I was like, yeah, let's take some with to Italy. So I was like, you know what? Before I do anything dumb and potentially criminalize myself, let me just search it up. It's decriminalized, but if you get caught from it outside of the country, you go to jail. So I'm like, let's not do that. Just legalize it. I don't understand the whole thing. Like I'm a stoner. I like to smoke it once in a while. I don't need it during the week. I don't use it during the week. I don't use it every weekend. I don't use it a lot at all. But I love it once in a while. Now my parents, on the other hand, they are anti-drugs. They don't look further than, oh, it's drugs. What's it called? God damn it, there's a word for that. Whatever, right? I think you know what I mean. And it's somewhat kind of disappointing that they don't look more upon it as just, oh, that. When it has so many benefits, disease-wise and like, whatsoever. But no, they look upon it as, oh, it's a bad thing. They know I use it. They don't like it. But I've told them before, it's not your decision. It's not up to you. If I want to smoke it, I will smoke it. I'm not letting anyone say no to me. It's like me telling my mom, you cannot have a glass of wine. It annoys the shit out of her when someone does that. Then I'm also like, why do you bother saying it every time to me about marijuana? It clearly irritates you when someone says you shouldn't drink wine, because that's worse than smoking it. Alcohol kills millions of people a year. Cigarettes, millions of people a year. Weed, what does that do? It relaxes you. It doesn't do anything else. Alright, depending on the strain that you smoke, it can cause, like, you can go on a bad trip. I've been on two bad trips before. I didn't like them. That's why I have my preference that I smoke. I don't smoke stuff from Amsterdam. Is a no-go for me. No, it's very good. Don't get it wrong, but the stuff from The Hague is way better. Digi dick. Fire. But they each to their own, you know. Like my brother, for instance, he smokes cigarettes. He's been smoking it for God knows how long. Back when I was a kid. Damn. He used to smoke. He still does. At a certain age, I've had to just accept it. Even though, till this day, I don't like seeing him smoke. For obvious reasons, right? But here comes the thing. He's an adult. I'm an adult. He's 32. Who am I to tell him what he can and not do? Right? I may have an opinion and be entitled to one, but at the end of the day, I'm not the one who makes the decision for him. It's him. Now the best thing for all of us would if he completely quit it. But he won't. And that's up to him. I don't like the decision, but it's not up to me. And it's the same when my parents say, oh, you know, smoking it makes you go dumb. I'm like, you know what, it's funny you guys mention it, but like, I can guarantee you the people that you work with in your company, they smoke it as well. 100%. Now, I don't smoke it because I find it cool. It genuinely chills me out once in a while. Like, whenever I'm in Amsterdam, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm gonna smoke when I'm in Amsterdam. Hell yeah. Why do you think I'm going to Amsterdam? Not just meeting up with my buddies or meeting up with someone. I want to smoke and chill. That's the truth. Because it's good stuff there. The food, other hand, in Amsterdam, oh man, that was dog shit the last time I went there. And here's a thing you need to know about Amsterdam, which people often don't tell you. It's like NYC. The city that never sleeps, and I swear to fucking God, it never sleeps, Amsterdam. You pay for being in a super hot spot. You don't pay necessarily for high quality food. You don't necessarily pay for high quality, etc. You pay because you're in Amsterdam. So don't be surprised and shocked when you go to a restaurant and an average meal is $10. Like $9 for a burger. It's a very normal thing in Amsterdam. Because you need to understand as well that these businesses that run, they have high costs. High costs. Thousands just on rent. Maybe more. I know NYC is a very opposite thing. I know living there is an understatement. Very expensive. Yeah. I've seen the bullshit prices for apartments in NYC. What a joke. What a joke. And I'd hate to live in NYC. 24/7 busy, bro. Like, nah, I couldn't. And having a car in NYC, it is kind of like Amsterdam. There's no point in having a car in Amsterdam. Because there's transportation everywhere around you. Going everywhere. And it's good. It goes 24/7. No, hotels there are actually pretty good price. They have to. Because a shitload of tourists visit it a year. And it's funny. But I think like the biggest reason why people come to Amsterdam is for a very obvious reason. I don't have to tell that because I think you know. But you can meet awesome people in Amsterdam. You can. Now here's the one thing I absolutely fucking hate about Amsterdam. And I've hated it since years and years. You might call me a racist, call me what you want. But this is what I think and a lot of other Dutch people think. When you're a Dutch person, right? Dutch native. You know, a Dutch person like me, born and raised here, right? And you go to the city of Rotterdam, don't nobody speak English there. Dutch. You go to Amsterdam, nobody speaks Dutch. Almost nobody does, except for the Dutch. And that's the thing you notice as well. you have more foreign people working in Amsterdam than actual Dutch people working. And for me, it irritates the shit out of me sometimes that I have to speak English necessarily, because it's like, you're in my fucking country. Why would I have to speak English to every one of you? Adapt yourself and learn my language as well. It's not that hard, man. Just study it a bit and then you have the language on the bearer. I had this guy, right? Ah, man, he was what was his, he was Asian, something like that. Filipino Indonesian, right? I don't know the kid's name, but I used to play football with him in the team, right? I used to play with him in New Horn. And his dad lived here for 25, 30 years. Couldn't speak a single word of Dutch. And we used to always think when he was speaking, you've been here for 30 years and you haven't even bothered learning the fucking language. What are you doing here is my real question then. If you come to your country, you need to adapt. Culture-wise and language-wise. I've never understood that with people that go to foreign countries and don't want to adapt to that country. Like, why? Just stay in your own country then. And he couldn't even speak fucking English. So it was like, this dude can't even speak, he's speaking fucking Filipino, Indonesian. How am I supposed to understand it? I'm Dutch, bro. I don't understand him. Yeah, he was a weird guy, man. His father was weird. The kid itself, I don't even remember his name, but he could speak Dutch. He was born here. And his mom could speak the language, but his dad couldn't. He couldn't be asked is what he taught us. I don't care. Like, how they let you in this country? God knows, man. Like, I never understood that. This country is more like the Netherlands. It has a huge crisis. It's had a crisis for a while. It's these places called AZC centrums, right? I'm going to speak about this, what I think about it. I don't like them. I don't. That's the truth. Call me whatever you want to. But we as a country, we're super tiny compared to all the other European countries. I don't understand why out of all the fucking countries in this goddamn EU that we get chosen. All these rumors, oh, the Netherlands is the greatest country to live in. Sure. It's a good country. We have everything what you want and need. But we're too easy letting people in. People that don't want to work for their future, don't want to work to adapt. I don't even know how many AZC centrums there are in this country. Way too many if you want to ask me, and me being honest. And you ask 90%, let me just say this, you ask 1,000 Dutch people, young, middle-aged, old, what they think, and I can guarantee you, not even, I know for a fact, majority of them don't like AZC centrums. They don't. Because why, you may wonder, because here's the thing. Different cultures clash. That's the issue. It's not the people's skin color. That's got nothing to do with it. People need to understand. Criminality does not have anything to do with your skin or race. It's a cultural thing. And it's the way you've been not fed up, but how's it called? God damn it. Raised. There you go. It's who you surround yourself with. Now, culture plays a very big role in it. So whenever you see these things on the news, you're like, fucking again? This is the how many incident with these places letting people in and people getting raped in the streets. It's a serious thing. I'm not kidding. I kind of wish I was. The amount of things you read in the news articles on the news about these places that have asset safe places is shelter for foreigners, pretty much. Refugees. War refugees. But majority of them come in here, they don't even fucking run away from wars. They come here because life is given to them. You come into this country, you get fucking a free house pretty much. How it often goes. You get money, and the only thing you have to do is follow the language, adapt, and you go into the society. But most of them don't do that because cultural differences and attitude. That's why I don't like AZC centrums. They give you a very uncomfortable feeling. Now, here's the thing. I used to live in Hellevoetsluis. And I can speak from my own personal opinion that I felt fucking uncomfortable and unsafe with the AZC centrum in the vesting. 10-15 minutes from my house. Just hear me out. These people used to go into the winkelcentrum, into the mall, fucking plunder, destroy, vandalize, steal, whatever. and then wonder why people didn't like them being there. Because, hey, you don't respect our country. You don't respect our surroundings. You plunder into people's houses. Because where that Asa Center was, 2 to 5 minutes away, you had freaking huge mansions, fucking massive. The council living there, doctors, lawyers living there. And what would happen? Well, guess what? Only one can imagine. Their houses got broken into. By who? Not by their own people, by people coming from another country seeking refugee. And that's why I don't like refugee centers. Now, I'm not saying there shouldn't be any. I'm saying they need to know who they let in countries. That's the thing with this country, which they don't give a shit about it. You know, they always say your own people go first. We fucking don't. That's the harsh reality. We Dutch people don't come in front of the rest. We're second or last. It makes total to no sense. And you might think, oh, but, you know, that's not really nice. What if it was you in this situation? Yeah, if it was me, I would adapt to another country and learn the language and do this. I wouldn't go out there stealing shit and plundering people's houses. Or assaulting them in public, because that's what also often happens. It just happened a few days ago, again, that a girl, 13 years, got art in public. Close by her school. Think about that. That being your daughter. And I understand your opinion, but it can happen to anyone. It doesn't have to necessarily be. No, but the statistics show that it's majority of the people committing crimes with refugee centers are the refugees themselves. They can't behave themselves. And it's the men. Let me just get that very, very clear. I haven't read anything about any women doing any of this shit. It's only the men that do it. Now, sure, there will probably be women in between as well that do things, but not to an extent like men do. Because the truth is, what do men have and women don't have is a slung down there. And often as a guy, you don't think with your brain, you think with your schlong. A woman doesn't have a schlong. She doesn't get, ooh! You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't like it. And it's interesting that I mention it. We searched for a house, I don't know where it was, far away, Poesfair. It was a nice mansion, big ass house, fucking huge property. And my mom, you know, if you're gonna drop a lot of money on a house, you want to live in for the rest of your remaining life, you want to make sure that the area you're around is good. Especially if you're dropping a lot of money on a house, or in a house in general, you know. You want the best for your kids and your future. We love the house pictures-wise. But you know my mom is paranoid as shit, right? Smart, you could say. And what's the closest village and, you know, what's the closest city and what's in the vicinity? 5 minutes away from that house that we wanted was a refugee camp. And I said, say something. My mom immediately said, we are not going even looking at this house. No fucking way I'm letting you or your sister go to school. No way. Found this house. Made sure there wasn't anything. I want to say unfortunately, but I'm not gonna say something dumb. Terneuzen is like the closest city. It's like a 25-minute drive, 30-minute drive for us. Terneuzen has a lot of foreign people, but here's why I think. Fishing haven. A fish harbor. Back in the 70s and 60s, it used to be very normal for foreign people from Italy, Spain, then Morocco, then the Middle Eastern to come here and work in the fish harbor. Then they took their family with. I understand. But I don't think there is a refugee center in Terneuzen from what I know of. Trust me, I would have known it by now because people would be arms up. Yeah, that's my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. That's totally fine, but that's how I feel about it, you know. Call me whatever you want. I'm not stating, well, the statistic thing is a known, it's a fact. It has been proven, statistic-wise, and calls that it happens more in the cultures. And you'd be surprised, but who would have fucking ever guessed that cultures clash with each other? It's just like Sweden. I used to always think Sweden is the country, you know, this and that. Whew! I watched a documentary, like last year. What's happened to Sweden? I really wish I could value my honest opinion, but dude, if I'd say what I really felt, I think a lot of you would probably not like me anymore. Some of you may, but my thoughts and opinions go way deeper than this. I'm only saying what I can say because I don't want to get demonetized. I don't care about cancel culture, bro. I don't. I've never cared about that. But there's a limit to what I can say on a platform, unfortunately, as well. I gotta make my bucks as well. I'm a sellout. I'm sorry. But Sweden is an interesting one. I never knew this. I never knew Sweden had such a huge immigrant problem. I swear to God, I never knew that. What city it was? Was it fucking... Oh, man, isn't it Oslo or like Olmo? Yeah, I think it's Olmo. Yeah, Stockholm. Yeah, there you go. They got a very big migrant problem there. They got gangs of Somalians and stuff. And I read the comments on that video. I was like, what do the native Swedish people think about what's going on in their country? Holy shit. There was not one positive thing to say. I mean, obviously not. There was not one positive comment that said this and this and that. It was all stating the obvious what was going on in the city and in the country. You can thank your politicians for all that shit that's happening. You could thank all those people voting a certain side for letting all that happen. That's what people said, and I agree. Can't deny it. Now, you know me, I don't like politics, but sometimes I want to just tell you my opinion. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this extra long video. Again, if there's no cooking video next week, then I will try my best and make a mukbang in Luxembourg. But yeah, ciao.